Okay, so Dale's cone of knowledge, and you can see that reading and listening extends their passive vocabulary basis, which is not bad, of course. Yet your students have to combine it with more active vocabulary practice, which you're going to provide them in form of more active activities, like starting from discussions and up to teaching others. And when people do that, when they discuss, when they present, when they role play, they are able to use this vocabulary. Okay, so let's talk about these 3 stages again. So theory, practice, and product. Okay, and you can ask the question like, Inna, yesterday or last time, you dedicated so much effort to this idea of selling the topic. Why isn't it here? Do I actually need to sell it? I would say, as I said at the very beginning of this training, as I said at the very beginning of this training, benefits of learning and extending your vocabulary are more obvious to every kind of person, so you don't need to sell it that much. Yet, selling raises interest as well. Yes, so as I was saying yesterday, you sell it to show your students benefits. So they will be, if you show them their benefit, they will be interested and motivated to put efforts. So they are motivated. Let's assume, that your students are motivated to put efforts into their vocabulary because they know that it's important. That when they are listening to somebody, to some native speaker, they understand that they catch about like 50%, and it's a good indicator. So they're already motivated to extend the vocabulary, to understand more. Okay. Yet, there are different topics, and for example, some topic may sound not so interesting to your students. Why? Again, because they don't understand how they can benefit from learning of this topic exactly. There are some obvious topics. For example, if you're talking to business people, if you're teaching business people, they might for example, the topic of vocabulary of different increasing processes and decreasing processes. So how to describe some trends, some graphs, some tendencies. People, for example, who have to give presentations quite often, they are usually happy to study some vocabulary, some presentational cliches, some phrases how to describe graphs, some cliches how to attract audience attention, so on. So the more the topic is relevant to them, the more they are motivated to study. So topic has to be relevant. Sometimes students don't see that much relevance of some topic. For example, when the topic is abstract, for example, you would like to discuss prejudice or like bias, we can say, you would like to discuss again the theory of generations, but in terms of vocabulary, which I was given. Or maybe you want to discuss some clothes or some house issues, house equipment. And your students, they, especially if they are intermediates or higher, they kind of know something on this topic. They are able to name quite many items of clothes. So why should they study this topic? Or they know how to call different houseware. So again, they are not that much attentive. They will not tell you that, hey, we're not interested in discussing it, because you are their teacher, they respect you, they will not deceive you with their words or something like that. But you will see it in their eyes, in their reaction, that basically they are not really into that. The interest is lost. So basically, you also sell the vocabulary topic through increasing interest. This is your own target for this. Again, why? How can you benefit from selling vocabulary topic to your students, so from increasing their interest, you will benefit that they will be into what you have brought to them. Yeah, they will remember more. I guess that nothing motivates your student, your teacher, more than sparkling eyes of their students, their enthusiasm, and what they actually remembered after that. So, how you can sell some topic to your students? Yes, again, it can be some pre-presentation. So, on the level of theory, it's going to be, we can say that theory even here, presentation. Yeah, on the level of presentation, you will present the vocabulary itself. For example, if you want to talk about clothes, yeah, you will be giving them the exact items of clothes, fabrics and patterns and something connected to that. But again, you need to raise their interest to that. For ladies, it's just enough to show them this kind of picture, yeah, and they will stop gossiping about these ladies, and at that point you will say, okay, now I want you to describe that to me more detailedly. Not only say that, oh, this girl is wearing red dress, like, come on, it's Captain Obvious, it's understandable, but tell me more about her dress. What is the fabric, yeah, what is the shape of this dress, is it tight or is it loose, yeah, what kind of pattern is on the fabric, which shade of red is it? Is it wine red? Is it terracotta red? So like that, and at that point they are already interested and they understand that they don't know. And when somebody understands that he or she doesn't know something, but they have this interest, bam, the motivation is up. And interest. Motivation is up because they can know that they don't know and they don't care, so it will not help, yeah, when they don't know but they're interested. It's the best way for motivation, in fact, to teaching students something. They may know and not have interest, yeah, so these are arrogant students whom we all don't really like, and they may know and still be interested in the topic, so it means that they are ready to know even more because they have all these positive emotions connected to the topic and they see how relevant is it to them. Okay, so with clothes or with something you can show visually, like resorts, fashion, of course, okay, clothes, I said, girls, beauty, attractiveness, being groomed, cuisine, different kind of, again, clothes, different kind of social life, yeah, or events. You can show like houses and cars if you're talking to guys, success, yeah, you can illustrate with some kind of pictures, people's features, appearance features, character, which is often reflected in our on our face, plants, yeah, all these designs and so on. Everything of this you can present and even pre-present with the help of different pictures. Yet sometimes we have quite abstract quite abstract topic, and we may not even always know how to start it. So from this abstract topic you could also like attract your students' attention with the help of some keywords of it, yeah, which you are later going to present and discuss more. But again, you can put these keywords, show them to your students, like embrace a chance, for example, self-esteem, and determined. And again, you may ask your students, try to guess what the topic going to be about, or try to guess this meaning of these words. And this way they will again understand that they don't know, but since the atmosphere is positive, it's in the form of a game, they will be interested and open for learning you. So, how you can sell this topic? Again, you think how you can catch the interest of your students. How catch the interest? Of course, you have to think about the sex of your students and about their general area of interest. And then, like, raise this interest. So showing them, they might not know something, yeah. Show, they know, not all, we can say, yeah, like this. The same could work, this kind of technique, when again, for example, you want to study kitchenware or something like that. Okay, not kitchenware. Let's talk about clothes again, but you can just bring them a list of vocabulary, which they are likely not to know, because if we are talking about, for example, upper intermediate students, of course they know, again, quite many words connected to clothes, but this can be about any topic, of course. But you bring them more specific words like checked jacket and rolled up sleeves and flat shoes and apron and corduroy jacket or trousers, and again they understand that they don't know and they raise their interest. Again, how can you present the vocabulary? It's one more question to ask. I have already shown you, yeah, different ways how you can do it. There aren't so many ways to do that, so it can be done through picture or through some video, which is like a set of pictures with some audio, or again video, but where you have to listen, not watch. This can be some extracts, I would say, words or phrases. Not all of them, yeah, just couple to discuss. For example, you would start with this word self-esteem and you present it, yeah, how you can present it. You just show the card like this, like, guys, look, here is the topic of self-esteem, and then you can start, they can start guessing, of course, or you can start performing, like showing what does it mean self-esteem, and you can go to some like low self-esteem and high self-esteem and show how it looks and how low self-esteem looks, and they will figure out what self-esteem means. So you can perform something when teaching some vocabulary. For example, if you are teaching some verbs, some quite basic verbs to low-level students, like to elementary or beginner level students, you can show that cook, put on makeup, dress up, put on the clothes, dig, mop the floor. You can show all of these actions, so you can do it by yourself, or you can ask a volunteer again. Volunteer, something is wrong here. Okay, maybe this letter is not correct. Volunteer. Okay, you can ask a volunteer, for example, if you're presenting some vocabulary which you can physically show, physically perform, you don't need to do all of that by yourself. Again, you can ask a student, you can give a student these cards and they have to perform it, like show it like a crocodile game, and students have to guess it. At least they have to catch the idea in Russian, yeah, then you will help them to translate. Or they can be explaining some of the words. For example, you can give them the task to play a role as a teacher, yeah, play a role as a teacher and give these cards with the words to them, and just one word or one phrase per student, yeah, not give it maybe all of the words, but 3-4 the most key ones, the most important ones you give to students. You give them 1 minute to prepare, so they have to translate it to Russian with the help of their phones. It's not a problem now. They have to understand the meaning and then either perform it, so show it like a crocodile game, or explain it to other group members, and they have to check and understand it. So this way we are going to the next stage, that you have to always check the understanding, yeah, after you have presented the vocabulary somehow, you check the understanding. Again, how you do it, you ask your students, make own examples, or again, you mustn't complete all the work by yourself. Regardless, if it's about teaching grammar, vocabulary, any other skills, you can teach something, but you can also suggest your students become teachers for their group members as well. For example, again, after each student, yeah, has presented some piece of vocabulary, the students check the understanding of their colleagues. So they check if their examples are relevant or not, more relevant, less relevant. They explain some difference. For example, no, this word is not very good in this context, you had better use this word, or like this. Of course, you will be moderating this kind of discussion, it's not a problem. Yet, the more your students are involved into that, the more they are involved, the higher is the result, the higher is the effectiveness of this activity. So we have to to make each minute of our lesson to be the most concentrated, I would say, yeah, the most concentrated. So the effectiveness and time. You spend less time and you increase your effectiveness. Like this. Yeah, the formula will be like this. The higher you have to each minute of your lesson to make it the most efficient or effective. So this way all your lessons will be effective or efficient. Okay,